You're watching Local 44 Morning Brew, local news that matters to Northern New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire.
With just 1 month of summer left, you might be still trying to come up with some creative ways to cool off. Well, Vermont food blogger Nancy Mock is here. Her website is hungryenoughtoeat6.com. She's showing you some recipes for icebox cakes. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning.
So
Thanks
we did
for having
this.
me.
Yeah, of course. We're always happy to have you on. So we did this theme last summer, and it was so popular we had to revisit it. But you've taken a new twist.
Yes, I came up with some last summer, and we're kind of in that same time of year right now because it's really hot, and turning on the oven is really unbearable.
I hate doing that.
I do too. So these are icebox cakes, which is an old-fashioned dessert, as you could probably tell from the icebox portion of the name. And what that is a cake that is made out of layered baked goods, so like cookies or some sugar cones and Nilla wafers, things like that. And then you layer them with something creamy like pudding and whipped cream and fruit, and it stays in the fridge overnight. And when it comes out the next day, it's a sliceable dessert that's nice and cool and creamy. And everything has melded together and absorbed the flavors. It's really yummy.
Can't go wrong, especially in the hot days that we finally have been having for the last couple weeks.
Right.
Kid friendly too. I think that's one thing I like about this is because there is no oven. There's not really any chopping. It's great to get even the little ones involved.
That's definitely true. It's because all it is layering and spooning things in, so kids can definitely help you. It would be a really fun thing to do together.
Okay, where to start?
And I wanted to point out that these are all store-baked cookies and things. You can use your own homemade ones, but the point here was not to turn on the oven even to bake these components, so don't feel bad about using the store-baked stuff.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's summer. This is the first one. It is a peanut butter, banana, and chocolate icebox cake.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna lift that up. You see the layers in there?
And that is made of layers of soft cookies, these chocolate soft cookies, and banana pudding, banana cream pudding, and peanut butter cheesecake filling. So peanut butter mixed with cream cheese and sugar, and then with a layer of whipped cream over the top. So this one is a pretty rich filling dessert because it has that peanut butter and chocolate combo.
And I think you hit a lot of favorite flavors for people, key flavors, the chocolate, the peanut butter, banana, crowd pleaser.
That's the other thing that's fun about making these cakes is that you can really try to think like what goes together and how can I pile them into this cake pan together to make this dessert.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else?
And what else is this, which is actually a pie.
Out here. Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. You're right ahead of me.
This is a cinnamon blueberry icebox pie with a snappy crust, and what that means is that the crust is made out of crushed ginger snap cookies. Pulverize them in a food processor into crumbs and then push them into the pie plate. And then it is vanilla pudding mixed with cinnamon and layered in there with blueberry sauce, which I did make. So that part is cooked. I will confess that that was made on the stovetop.
Hey, shh. That's okay. So I know the story because I already read your blog post. What inspired the cinnamon?
There's a great TV show called Psych, and in one of the episodes they go to this diner and have slices of cinnamon pie, which they've never had before, and they're just overwhelmed with how delicious this pie is. And I couldn't find a recipe for it at the time that I watched the show, so I made my own. And I just love that idea of the cinnamon pie.
That's so fun. You get inspiration from everywhere. All right,
Definitely.
time's ticking down on this segment. Real
right.
quick, run us through what else we have before we move on here.
And then the next thing I have are these mini maple black raspberry icebox cakes, which are inspired by the maple black raspberry twist creamy.
It's my favorite.
I don't know if you could see. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's layers of
over there. There we go.
crushed sugar cone with a black raspberry jam and cream cheese filling, and then topped with maple laced whipped cream. So getting all those flavors.
Beautiful. And you found the black raspberry jelly or jam.
I did. Yep. And I mentioned on my blog, blackberry jam is different than black raspberry jam, so just check your labels carefully as you're buying them.
Okay, any Vermonter knows that well.
That's true.
And these are probably going to be my favorite, I think. That's a really popular creamy flavor around here.
It is. They're great together.
All right, Nancy's going to stick around. We will be back with her in a few minutes to do a little bit more. These icebox cakes. Yum. This all sounds so good. Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks.
You're watching Local 44 Morning Brew, local news that matters.